So these are both the Shun 6-inch utility knives. This is the Shun Sora. This is the Shun Classic. The Shun Sora is sort of the entry-level knife set they've made, and they don't really cut any corners with it, which is what I like about it. And the Shun Classic is more of the gold standard knife set they have. It's the one you buy if you want to have the best Shun knife set without any of the extra frilly stuff that you don't really need. So let's go over exactly what the similarities and differences are. Both of these are 6 inches. Both of these are relatively similar designs. This is a little bit more of a stylized design, as you see. This is more just basic. This has that nice little flair to it. And now let's get into exactly what the similarities and differences are of the actual knives. Both of these use very high quality steel. This uses a VG10 steel, which, as you know, is the gold standard for steel when it comes to knife making. And this uses VG Max, which is even harder, even more resilient, and even better at holding an edge. The edges are both 16 degrees, so in terms of sharpness, they're equally sharp. And they're both wrapped in stainless steel in different ways to make them more resilient to rust and pitting and staining and things like that. The Shun Sora has stainless steel welded directly onto the cutting edge. You can see this nice little wave pattern that it creates. And the Shun Classic has 34 layers on either side of stainless steel worked into the metal, which makes this gorgeous sort of Damascus design. Both are handmade, both are forged, both essentially have full tangs, and this is what I mean. With this knife, it's 100% a full tang. With the Shun Sora, the tang ends about here. It's called a rabbit tang. But in terms of how you actually use the knife, it's going to be a full tang. There's no pivot point. Normally when they say it doesn't have a full tang, it ends right here, so there's more of a chance of it sort of pivoting while you're working with it and breaking out of the handle. With this, it ends so far down that's not going to be a problem. Both have really nice attention to detail, like the metal end cap on this and the nice little Shun metal logo on the back of the handle there. Both have very good warranties. The Shun Sora has a 10-year warranty, which I think is phenomenal off the bat. And the Shun Classic has a lifetime warranty, just like every high-end knife. The other thing of note is, and one of the reasons I always suggest the Shun Sora, especially if someone's buying a cheap knife set and doesn't want to splurge on a really, really good knife set, the Shun Sora and the Shun Classic both come with free lifetime sharpening, and this is why that's a deal breaker to me. As you guys know, if you send your knife to a reputable sharpener that does it manually and doesn't just pull it through a knife grinder, it's going to cost you about $5 an inch. So both of these knives would cost you about $30 alone just to sharpen. And even then, you don't really know what the result's going to be. They might have the best track record, but you might be one of those horror stories that you always read about. So the first time that you buy a really cheap knife set and you need to sharpen it, you've lost all that savings compared to buying this knife right here. And the only thing you need to do with Shun is you send it to Shun, they look over the knives. If they see any problems, they toss it out, they send you a brand new one. But otherwise, you can rest easy knowing they're going to put the exact same edge on the knife that was on there when you first purchased it, because they're the manufacturer, and they're going to do it for free. I think it's a no-brainer. I'm going to put a link down to both of these below. If you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, as always, let me know. But otherwise, I will talk to you soon.